We got Brian Armison's team. Chester and Marlin. Chester on the side closest to the camera. His favorite nephew Caleb, skidding logs, driving the team for him. And today we're skidding good hard maple. That kind of quality. Here in Rush, New York, up in Monroe County. Kind of a steep job. We're following the trees down the hill to try to save on the horses a little, haul them downhill. What a big one loose. Monroe County is not exactly noted for steep hills, but we found one somehow. Pretty steep right down there to where the horses are. Got a nice maple here. We're gonna trim it up and get it into logs. We're gonna haul it right down where the horses are. Going downhill with it. Then we'll go out that hole and out around to the landing. So, come off the stump here. Not very far down there. So you got to hoof it up and down that hill a few times, especially when you're out of shape like me. The plan is to back the horses up, hook to that cable, hook the top of this maple, move it out away from that top, and then re-hook when it gets bound up there. Caleb's driving the team. Brian's hooking chokers. Whoa! We had a little beech tree, just a little guy, right in the way. That's gonna pull a lot easier with that beech out of the way. So we're hooked to the log, to the pulley, and we're gonna hook to the horses. And get this log over here where we can get it at a better angle. Chester and Marlin are the team. Caleb's the teamster. Brian's our boss. Whoa! Trying, weren't you? We got that log moved a lot better in a nice place. We're gonna try to go right from here to the horses. Got this little guy in the way, so we're gonna use this basswood kind of as a pulley. That's about all that basswood's good for. We're gonna go just a couple feet and then re-hitch. So we've got the log pretty well in line like we wanted. We do have this tree between the log and the horses we have to get around. So we have a pulley. We're set up down here to the end of the cable, up here at the end of the choker. We're gonna hook the team and try to move this guy without getting snagged. Whoa, whoa! Try not to cut this little tree. And we got right behind it, so we put a rolling hook with a cable in front of it, and hook to the team. Try to roll past that tree. If we have to, we'll start cutting this tree length into logs, but this should work. We did what we're supposed to. We got past this little tree without cutting it. We're in pretty good shape now. Thing about a choker, they're always either cable logging with pulleys. It's either too long or too short. And if we were out on the full length of this cable, we'd be way out in that corn stubble. So we cut it in half. We hook both ends of the cable to this log. So we hook the team right here. And we should be looking good when this is done. It's a process. If it was easy, everybody'd do it. Worked well when we got done. Big, hard maple. Down the hill, we can handle it now. When you're cutting through a log and your two cuts don't line up perfect, your down cut and your up cut, I missed by just a little bit. That's what happens. It's thin your chain. We're gonna put a different chain and bar on there anyway to cut some bigger timber. Started up there. Got the tree down here. We're gonna hook two chokers. Two pieces to get this out. So we got something like a 21 or a 25 footer here. Veneer potential. We have the top log here.
Okay. Whoa. You where you gotta go? Yeah, I want to get out so I don't get pushed in there. Yep.
Brian, when he takes that big one, see where Kalab is, right over here at the edge of the woods. We were gonna make a straight shot right through here, so we didn't have to do this, but I had spun the chain off the bar, and we're gonna put a new chain on there and bar first, cut some bigger timber. So before we haul the big hitch out and the longer hitch, we're gonna have a straight shot. There goes Kalab. All the way up there is where this tree came from. All the way down here is where we did it with cable and pulleys. Downhill. We're headed right out this little path to the landing. Yeah, we found it a lot easier to go downhill with some of these than uphill. We are going to attack a big oak next, and we'll be going uphill with that. Got a maple right here, nice maple butt log, well cut log. Should grade well and sell well. Big hitch of maple here in the town of Rush. Chester and Marlin. Brian Armison team, Kalab Armison driver. Nice log. Another big hitch of maple. Landing, ready for the log truck. The good landing froze so tight here. You can get a truck here anytime. Buyer can grade these logs easily. It's the advantage of not having the snow. We have 1.5 feet of snow back home. Red oak. Got a place for it to land already. Got some pieces under it so we get chokers under it. Timber. Perfect, Brian. The thing you want to watch when you're cutting a big tree with a short bar is to do just what Brian did. Make sure you reach through from all sides and you don't have one piece holding in the center. Brian had about 2.5 inches of hinge the whole way across, just perfect. Went right where it should. And now we got some work ahead of us, getting this to the landing.
It is.
This big guy's 43 inches after trimming the bells. Could go up a bit of a hill with it. So, cable and pulleys to the rescue here. You go through 2 pulleys, you double your power. You hook all 4 pulleys and you 4 times your power. So we got this big guy. Haven't measured the diameter on the small end. We are hooked to pulleys. We have a pulley right up here. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe I'll walk my fat ass up here and show you. We have a pulley here and another one on this end. Right there. We have doubled our pulling power. We're gonna hook the team to this, drive the team right straight out there, pull this big log up the hill. The way this works, if our team goes 100 feet, that log only goes 50 feet. That's the sacrifice you make for doubling your lifting and pulling power. up here to a third pulley, back there to a fourth pulley, and give myself 4 times the power, worse than speed ground in Tennessee one time. When you do that, if your team goes 100 feet, the log only moves 25 feet. You should be in good shape with it. Caleb's bringing Marlin Chester. We're gonna try it out.
Whoa.
Team hooked, pulley's in place.
I'll say whoa, Caleb. Unless you see something wrong with the cart or the horses, I'll say whoa back here. Careful.
Here comes the log. Moving right up. See how far Caleb moved. And the log's only moved 8 feet. But that tells you the advantage you have. The mechanical advantage that these pulleys give it. Good time to harvest that tree. Seam, maybe lightning got it. Big guy. Coming uphill using pulleys. Caleb's a good, calm, quiet teamster. And that's what it takes in something like this. Keep your team nice and calm. Get back where I can show you.
Whoa.
There's the horses. Here's the hitch with cables here. You're always out so long after you get them moving ways. So the big log's coming up. We're gonna move it maybe 10 feet. Horses will have to move 30, 40 feet to do it. Gonna take the slack out of the pulley system. There goes the log. Whoa! Perfect all the way around. So we got the big log up the steepest part of the hill. This isn't very steep here. Nonetheless, it's a big log.
It's such a short log, it's so big. I think.
So,
Caleb, if you scoop right up through
but I want to illustrate here.
Left to where you just drove them. Yeah. I went right out around there with
how hard this pulls, even after we got past the hardest part, without the leverage of the pulleys. Bear in mind, this is a pair of heavyweight pulling horses that'll finish right up front at a lot of horse pulls. Watch how hard they're going to have to work at this.
Whoa.
26?
Whoa. 30.
30 inches on the scale and end. That's a log right there, folks. 8 foot long. We would have probably cut a 10, but we don't want to tax the horses too much.
Whoa.
How about it, folks? That's a hell of a pull right there. That's a good pull. And that's how hard it pulled on the easier spot compared to what they had to do with the pulleys, just to show you the mechanical difference we give them. I'll tell you what, that pair squatted down, you could have measured them into the 48-inch pony class. They were really drawing right there. Pretty proud of that team and the teamsters here. My pulley. So we moved a log 10 feet. We hooked to it. One of our pulleys up a little closer. Caleb's putting the team back here. Brian's our swamper today. He's our boss. That might be a better way to say that. Maybe I better quit about the joke earlier too about Caleb being Brian's favorite nephew. They're all his favorite. Depends on which one he's working with that day. There's the horses. Here comes the log. See how slow the log's moving. See how fast the horses are moving. There's the pulley at work. Hardest part of this operation is me being in a safe place where that cable doesn't get me. Or something breaks because the hose doesn't fly forward.
Whoa!
Pretty good, I'd say. This log's got about the same footage as the last one. A little less friction because it's second cut log without the bells. But it's a 10-footer and the last one was an 8-footer. Okay, Brian's going to do the deal that I do. We're going to put 2 chokers on. I'm going to shut the camera off and help with this. There we go. Brian made a 2 choker setup. I should have been in a better position for y'all. Y'all. That's not natural for us New Yorkers to say y'all. Yins, that's what they say down around Pittsburgh. Down that Mike Bueller country. Yins. Away we go. We got a double. The reason we're pulling a double, it would be a heck of a time setting up our cable and pulley arrangement.
Actually, there's 3 there, Brian.
There's 3, Brian says. We'd have a hell of a time getting our cable and pulley arrangement set up any farther down the hill. So this is a 13-foot, a 9-foot, and an 8-foot log. 27 inches on this end. At least we want to get this up into this area by this stump. Then we can get our pulley arrangement easier. Big pitch. Team's got full even with the mechanical advantage. That's all we got. I'm gonna trim this knot off here. And like a midget at a urinal, I'm gonna be on my toes just in case this log rolls. I will be out here at the end of it where I can get out of here in a hurry. This is a chunk. Now that is a piece of timber. Probably 20 inches, 3 logs away from the end. I'm gonna take Brian's saw and trim that so it pulls easier and sells better. The big log I just trimmed, I'm estimating that to be a solid 20 inches. 3 logs away from this. It's 27 here on this end. Marlin and Chester. Here's some horses. Here's some timber. It's going to be up in the air. So the horses were really pulling. This frozen ground hard for them. They were slipping a little, and we decided to cut this log because we can reach it from here. So we cut a 13-foot log off there. Moved our pulleys around. This time the dead end of the pulleys right there by the horse's feet. Horses are still where it's level and good footing. This should not pull bad. Gives me some reeds like I'm not throwing anything in the shower.
Whoa!
Nice! 27 inches on the big end. Probably 26 on the scaling end. Good logging team right there. Frozen ground, big log, good start. One more cable and pulley deal for us. We got another double down here. Guess I'll put the phone down and help Brian hook. Yeah, Brian brings up another point. That last one, that triple, was coming right along till the end of it fell off this beach log right down there. Once the whole thing was on the ground, it wasn't sliding on that beach. It should come hard. Then we go up the hill. Cable and pulley system at work.
Whoa!
So this is probably going to extend this once more. Get my gloves off here. This is a hard ground. They've had the same 20 below zero weather we've had, but they haven't had the snow. This ground is frozen. It's good and bad. Horses don't get the traction, but the logs get easier, and the log trucks are a lot more capable in the frozen ground.
Whoa!
We get to land and we're going to scale this up. Kind of estimate what our footage was on this big operation. Remember, here's where we started. 1, 2, 5 big logs out of here. Coming up the hill with a team of horses. And these are the last 2 of the 5 big ones. Gonna unharness the boys. Put some blankets on them. It's cold and they got hot. That's a good time to blanket them. Of course, Brian's got his vents in his trailer. That helps. You ready for summer just like me, Caleb? Driving some horses every day. Seeing our buddies at the horse pulls. Whipping my ass every week in the horse pull.
I don't think I can.
Oh, horse shit. So. Look at these dandy maple. Got a few of them and they are dandy. A couple of 21 footers here. That's what this area is known for. This is Rush up in Monroe County. We always say you get north of the thruway, you get some good timber all across New York State. You get good maple anyway. Cherry's better south of the thruway. Probably so is oak. Those are some whopping nice logs. Some good saw logs and some good spinner veneer logs. I say north of 90. There's the thruway, Route 90 right there. That's how close we are. So we're not north by much, but we are north. We scaled up this oak hitch. 5 big ones. 1,400 board feet in one tree. 14 and some change. In one tree. We'd have never done it without good technique and using the cable and pulley system to get them up that hill. Now, we didn't have to go far with them once we got them up the hill. Some big timber. Good time. Up here in Rush. Now it's ready to go back. Maybe we'll do a little honky tonkin tonight, have some fun. All right, folks, I appreciate everybody watching. Particularly appreciate Brian Armison and Caleb making us a good video today.